I would like to discuss the recent event surrounding a certain group of politicians attending the Met Gala. Now, originally, I wasn't going to touch this. To me, this issue didn't hold any specific significance, nor did it interest me. And those are two specific things that I look at greatly and consider when thinking about what kind of video to make. I also didn't want to waste the memory on my camera as well, but under further review, I have decided that this is something worth giving a word to. So I will contribute my 2 cents to this entire situation. So for those of you that aren't sure of what the Met Gala is, allow me to describe it in the best way that I know how. Now, I am no expert on the event. I'm not even sure why the event is had every year. But my understanding of it is as follows. The Met Gala is an event where the most important people, important in imaginary quotation marks, because they're important in their own world. I imagine to you, the viewer that may be watching this, and to me, without a doubt, they hold no specific significance to me or to you. They have no direct impact on my life or your life. So I say important in the sense that they are important to themselves and in their own world, within the realm of which they interact with their colleagues that do similar things that they do. And they go to this event, and it's essentially an event where they get all dressed up and dolled up in ridiculous outfits that cost a insurmountable amount of money, the likes of which you'll never probably be able to spend on any piece of clothing ever. And they flaunt their wealth in front of, I guess, I'm assuming hundreds of paparazzi and interviewers and bloggers and what have you that stand in awe as they take pictures and clap and cheer for these supposed deities, it seems like, in their eyes, that are gracing them with their presence. And for that, they are very thankful. And these reporters and interviewers, mind you, are masked up. Their faces are covered. But the important people, once again, that word important in quotation marks, faces are not covered because their faces need to be seen and consumed by the public who love them so very much. Now, this has become an issue because politicians have went to the Met Gala, as they typically do, especially in the state of New York, because they're apparently invited. And I didn't know this previously, but I learned about it. Now, AOC went, and this was the big spectacle about it, especially on the online left. And she went wearing a white dress with the words "tax the rich" on it. Now, what I think about this is the following. Politicians shouldn't attend the Met Gala. They shouldn't. A politician is a public servant. Your duty is to serve the public, nothing else. I'm not saying you can't have fun. I'm not saying you can't take part in leisure. That is your right as a human being, as a citizen of a country that, at least nominally champions the word freedom. But when you are a politician, I do believe that certain things should be withheld from you, such as attending an event where the tickets cost upwards of $35,000, even if you didn't purchase your own ticket, especially during a time when federal unemployment has gone out for millions of workers in this country. And so many people were relying on that money, which is a meager amount of money, crumbs, by the way, which they honestly just use to save their lives, because millions of people are without a job. And, the media and, corporate politicians will blame it on this supposed labor shortage. It's not a labor shortage whatsoever. It's them trying to force people back into low-paying jobs, and the people are saying, no, we don't want to do that. People are without health care. People are fighting for unionization. Workers are striking across this country. We have Starbucks workers in Buffalo, actually, that are fighting for a union, and Starbucks is being hostile to their union efforts. You have office workers in New York that are planning to protest getting back into the office, that work for these municipalities, in protest about working conditions in regards to COVID and the new Delta variant. So many issues that are swarming the country. We have an eviction crisis that is on the horizon, that is basically here with the Supreme Court overturning the eviction moratorium set in place by President Joe Biden. We have a large spectacle of ailments, of hurt, pain that is swarming over the country. And in the middle of all this, we can still find time to cater to those who think so highly of themselves and allow them to partake in an event that makes it seem like none of those problems exist, like none of those things are going on whatsoever. It's honestly obscene. It's extremely obscene. And I also didn't know that there was actually a protest going on outside of the Met Gala. It was a Black Lives Matter protest. And it was a peaceful protest. And a lot of those people were arrested, apparently because they didn't take heed to certain orders that law enforcement was giving them. And I'm also learning as of this morning, this is Wednesday, the Met Gala happened on Monday, some of those people are just now being released from jail. So it's a bad look. It is a bad look on every politician's part that attended that gala. And what that does is, and I'll end the video with this, is it alienates you away from regular people. And that's the most important thing. Now, I'm not making a huge deal out of this. I don't think a big deal should be made out of this. I'm just telling you what I think, and I'm telling you the actual effects that decisions like that have as a politician, especially one as polarizing as Miss AOC, to attend such an event. It alienates you from people, especially from working people, the people that you pledged to serve, because never in their life will they ever be able to attain the luxury, the opportunity, the chance, the wealth to have the ability to attend such an event. And especially with many of them experiencing such trying times, one could liken to, certain forms of torture in many people's cases. I mean, over 600,000 people are on the streets without a home right now. I mean, just going through it. And for you to callously and gratuitously attend an event and seemingly frame it as some sort of protest in your own right, it's honestly sickening in the eyes of the people, and it's simply not a good look. But this is my response. This is all that I really have to offer on this. As I said before, I don't think too big of a deal should be made out of it, but it really isn't a good look, especially with everything that's going on right now in the country.